What is going on, guys? Natural Pro Bodybuilder Alex Walsh, we are back at it. And it was going to be a picking up a piece of equipment kind of day today, but unfortunately the young man that I was purchasing this linear leg press / hack squat machine, he came to be sick. He said that he had the old coronavirus. Oh, I don't think I'm supposed to say that, but who gives two shits? Whatever. So, I'm not getting that. But we do have a very fun task today. We are actually going to be building a lifting platform. I'm not going to be putting any kind of decals or anything like that. Not yet, because I'm still kind of in the mix of making my designs for my gym. I think I have a good name, but I want to make sure I get it kind of set in stone. So this is just going to be fun. I haven't built a lifting platform in a minute, so I got to pick up 4 sheets of 4x8 particle boards. I got the 2 stall mats in the back. That's why you didn't see me in the driveway of the parking lot at work, because that's why I went to Tractor Supply first. I'm like, you know what? We got a ooh, that's bright. I was like, you know what? We have a Tractor Supply right here in good old McPherson, Kansas. So I was like, I'll pick them up here, and then we'll head straight to the Lowe's to get everything else. So we're gonna have 4 4x8 3/4 inch particle boards. And then I got to get one. I don't know if I'm gonna use like red oak or maple. I'm gonna use some sort of nicer piece of plywood for my middle ground. And I gotta get some wood stain and some polyurethane. Yeah. Did I say that right? Yeah. That way we can make a sleek lifting platform. Let's see here. The power rack gets here Friday. I got my brother. He's going to leave work early to go pick it up. It's like 800 something pounds. It's freaking colossal, you know. So we get that. That's why it's kind of like dire that I get this platform built, because trying to build a rack when there's not a platform yet, and then having to move said rack, oh, it's a nightmare. So I'm not gonna make that mistake. So tip number 1, guys, set the layout of how you want your gym studio before you start buying equipment, or before you start at least installing. Like, let's say I didn't have it done by this weekend, I wouldn't have put the rack up, just because it makes no sense. Trying to lug over 700-800 pounds of sheer metal is just not smart. If anything, you're gonna end up scuffing your equipment more, you're gonna damage it, yada yada yada. So not a good look. So I really highly recommend kind of having a good idea of how your space is gonna be laid out before you do the big purchases. Like, that's why you saw in my video, I got the flooring done, I got the walls done, and actually today my lighting came in too, so I'll be able to do the lighting as well today. Fingers crossed. Hopefully it's not too much of a pain in the dick. Hopefully not. Hoping. So we're gonna be glass half full today. So that's what we're gonna do. But enough about that, guys. How was your day? How was your Wednesday? I guess today's Thursday that you're watching this. How was your day? You know, was it good? Y'all hanging in there? I had a good day. My production today was just, it wasn't as great as it could have been. I'm having a really hard time learning how to lead and push at the same time, because I'm a nice guy, you know. It's really hard for me to be an asshole. To put it blunt, it's hard for me to be that guy, and I'm trying to find a good middle ground of being nice but also professional but stern, you know. And today was one of those days where we just had a lot of, I'm not gonna call them, it's nothing bad, it's just slight setbacks, right? Setbacks, that's all it is. And I wasn't able to get, you know, claim the amount of footage as I wanted to, but I look at it as a learning experience. And I have to realize that there's gonna be days, you know, that it's not gonna go your way. And I read something, like, apparently the kind of person that I am, that it doesn't matter how well I'm doing in life, I'm always going to feel like I'm just not doing enough. I'm never going to feel like I'm good enough. that's just how I am in general. Even from an early age, I've always yearned for acceptance, right? I've always yearned and hoped to have that acceptance that I would be somebody. But at the same time, it took the cost of me just never feeling like I'm enough. Like even now, I still don't feel like I'm deserving of things, or I don't feel like I'm good enough to be where I want to be at. Sometimes I feel like I just need to keep working harder. And that's a good thing. I think it's good to have drive and to find a way to keep pushing to be the better version of yourself, but I think it's also negative and narcissistic to just keep pounding yourself. And I have a hard time just telling myself that I'm proud of myself. I'm trying to get better at that. I'm trying to. I promise I am, guys. I'm trying to do some self-therapy and try to be really just, happy with myself. Obviously, I don't have to be content with everything around me, but I at least need to be content with who I am as a person and everything that I stand for, and just be present. I'm trying so hard to be present. A lot of the times, I think I really just try and aim and push so far forward into the future that I forget where I'm at, and I really think that that's a detriment, and that's why I get into those emotional roller coasters, or that's when I get into those emotional turmoil, right, to where I'm just not feeling good. I almost want to ball up and just feel sorry for myself, or just feel that guilt. It's almost like I give myself a guilt that's just unnecessary. And maybe some of you guys can relate. Some of you guys, have your own demons. And that's why I try to never fault others for their own, undoings, right? Because you don't know what that person's gone through. You don't know the amount of trauma that someone grew up and how they feel about certain things. So I try to look at everything as a perspective, right? Because what may not affect me just emotionally, spiritually, right, could mean the world to somebody else. So I try to be aware of that, and I'm trying to mold that into this better version of Alex Walsh. So, geez, we went off the rocker, guys. Damn, that's a little bit to my mind today. Hope that wasn't too depressing, but I'm going to get off here. I'm going to get the damn materials, and we're going to build us an epic freaking lifting platform, and I will show you guys the finished product. All right, guys, see you in a freaking little bit. All right, guys, just finished my platform. As you see, didn't have quite enough stain, but we did the damn thing. It's an 8x8. Honestly, I could have done probably a 8x6, I think. But I think it kind of worked out. But yeah, got the platform done. That way I can put the power rack on top. So that's going to conclude the video. I'm tired, hungry, sweaty. There's fucking bugs in here. So thank y'all for watching. I will see you guys tomorrow.